All right, 3, 2, and 1. Liz said he's just got to find one, and I just said we're not going to bring the chicken.
Now listen,
in.
the cock of the week is not going to go on without a response from you people out there. As I've said, somehow or other, someone's going to give you 2,500 for a good email somewhere.
We will still have a cock-a-doodle-doo of the
One
week.
thing I just wanted to quickly bring up, which I didn't notice on Saturday, and I think the racing administrators need to maybe get their head around it. We got these. Look, we've done really well because when they started opening the Wednesday at Randwick up for free and Warwick Farm for free, I made the comment going back years, how come Canterbury's not for free on the same day? And it got changed about a week later, which was really thought, and people like, we don't get anyone there on Wednesday, so let's open it till 3. But I am a bit tired of walking through on Saturdays now with my pass, which I appreciate because they give me a pass for being in the media, even though whatever this is, I suppose it's media. It's very kind of them, and I don't want to sound ungrateful. But I don't think we need to get pensioners to pay to come to the races, do we?
Yeah, that's sort of.
It's $7.50 from them. There's a couple of old boys that come in there. I mean, $7.
So what's the general admission?
What's about $15 for when there's no car time, or $20.
Right. So the pensioners is half price.
It's a half price.
Yeah.
But I just think we can let the old boys. They haven't got long here. Maybe racing can think about.
What
Look,
do you mean they haven't got long? You go on the pension when you're 65, you can live till 95. It's 30 years.
yeah, well, maybe you're right, but maybe just the pension crowd that goes to races, they're fucking broke.
Yeah.
They're real battlers,
Yeah.
and they're doing it for something to do. It brings them back to when they used to go 50 years ago, when maybe they were happy, or they had a family, or they had money, or they had a good job. And now they've kind of got the racing older blokes. To me, look like they've got the arse hanging out of their pants. Was that a fair comment?
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get him to come on board and bring him in for free. I'd really like it. Now I saw a bloke, he paid $7.50 the other day. I said $7.50. What am I thinking? So you two keep swaying me back.
I'm pro-dollar.
So Darren Pearce or people out there, maybe you could think about, let's open the door for printers. Let's get them to come. Well, I'll blow some. I might bring a couple hundred out. We could win it off them somehow. I'm always thinking.
So you want there to be less cost for them, so you can take that money that they're going to spend.
You know I don't mean that, Darren. But I just like to see less cost for them. They're paying half price, and then they're coming out. Yeah. They're not buying a pie, they're not buying a Coke, they're not buying a beer because they can't damn well afford it.
Fickle. The week ahead sees Canterbury, the aforementioned Canterbury on Wednesday, and Sandown Wednesday. So yours will be in operation, John Walter, and of course Darren Potter.
And no Betfair.
And no Betfair. Betfair free Wednesday.
Yes, so Beaumont Thursday.
Beaumont Thursday. What are we, Beaumont now? What, 6 months into it, I suppose, or thereabouts?
It's going okay.
It's going okay.
What's the trick to it?
I think it's going okay.
There's no great trick to it.
I've been to one meeting there, admittedly.
Yeah, that was the wet meeting, the Sunday meeting.
Classic uniform one by about 11 lengths, I think. So I thought, this track's a bit, that's not the proper horse's form and that, but I'm watching on Saturdays.
It's bedded down quite well.
I think it's too.
Okay.
So yes, Beaumont at Newcastle on Thursday. But we've got no provincial meeting this Saturday.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Goulburn is having their country championships qualifier.
Okay.
On Saturday.
And then the week after that, Wagga's having their country championships qualifier.
Fantastic.
Okay. Oh, okay, fair enough. I've neglected to mention here, Moonee Valley Friday night. Now, Darren said on Friday nights is just a watered down version now. He's only doing prices and that. He found it was impeding too much on his Saturday work, doing a full set for it, so you get his prices, so his assessments and staking plans for Friday night for $25. So still get all the information you want to bet with. It's just not the detailed version. Rosehill, Flemington and Doomben. Back to Rosehill. Expect it to be pretty thick and tough unless they mow it down short, Mark.
Well, what are we looking at rail-wise?
Where were we?
So it's 3 weeks. Yeah, so first of all, it's 3 weeks between meetings. On January the 30th.
It was 3 metres, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it'll probably be 6.
It is 6? Ooh. Okay.
It's
Alright.
a bit quiet a week, which is good for me because I am...
Yeah, he needs a break.
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday cycle. Jeez, what a good idea that was, eh? 4 Sunday meetings a year for the Olympics.
Yeah, there it was.
Hong Kong on Sunday. There it is. Horses to follow.
It was beautiful. I do think the 2-year-old's progressive, tell everyone.
Yeah.
What? Did you happen to do any form for Bathurst yesterday?
No.
Oh, just quickly about Bathurst.
Bjorn.
Besides Bjorn, Racing New South Wales, Mr. What's his name? Volandis?
Yes.
Great idea. Boosting the prize money for country racing. Great idea. Bathurst yesterday. 4 runners in the first race. James Cummings, Bjorn Baker, David Payne, John Sargent. Should have boosted the money for country races, but country trainers only.
Well, they say they've got highway races.
Well, yeah, that's great. It's one race
But
every
if you're a
week.
country trainer now, fair dinkum, you've got to put your horse on a float and go to Broken Hill, get away from all the city training, which are dominating the races. You are going to be penniless within 2 years.
It's Pac-Man.
You cannot possibly compete with that.
Exactly.
And then the other big notable thing on Bathurst was Bjorn Baker's performance. I actually rang him in front of the jumping and said, "What are you doing? Did you see Cyclone?" Well, it was filling around over 1200, got to 1400,
Yeah.
ran last at 1550.
It did win somewhere.
He bit the bullet. He bit the bullet. He said, "Righto, I take him anyway." Took it to a mile class 1 or class 2, might have been class 1 at Mudgee, and got the biscuit. Fell in. Great job. At least you got some prize money. Yesterday at Bathurst, 3,000 metre race.
The 3,000 metre race. For
Yeah.
a Furzer race.
Yeah, I rang him. He said, "What are you talking about on the couch? What's wrong with this?" I said, "Bjorn, it's 1,600 to 3,000. He goes, "For worse, I did it last year." And I went, "Fair enough."
Yeah.
There it was at 3,000. Greg Ryan must have thought, this is 2 to 1. I can't say that.
It wasn't
Greg
2 to 1.
It was 2 to 1. But he sat in 5th spot, Greg, rode absolutely perfect. He never went past the first 4 and not a horse got past. He was like, dum dum dum. If ever you wanted to be, how can I put it, shifty in a race, what an easy horse to get beat.
Yeah.
What happened there, Mr. Ryan? Well, you wouldn't believe it. It's going from a mile to 3,000 and never got the distance.
Yeah, you don't have to say, here's the form guide.
It's not my fault they want to take $1.40 the place. It's great betting, isn't it? Like, if I was a jockey and I had to ride that over 3,000 metres, I'd have every person I know in the world. Yeah, you'd have to.
Wow.
Laying it for 10,000.
Well, it's just the most ridiculous place to horse. And I'm not saying it looked like everything was above board, but it just said 5th.
But, yeah.
It was 5th round. It was 5th with a lap to go.
Oh, yeah.
But the race was on for quite a while.
Oh, and then
there was still a lap.
And even if you just wanted to
Round the
just
back,
give
it was 5th. He got into it. He trailed up. It was sat in 5th. He let down. He was in 5th.
Then you could do the famous Jimmy Cassidy mid-race surge. So I was just putting him in the race.
Fucking great to watch.
Yeah.
Baker, fucking is. See, Baker's a classic of racing. He's the best.
I don't. You mentioned Pac-Man there before. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show. Have you seen the quote to the bloke who invented Pac-Man and said it was in relation to video games having an effect on people's lives? And I think it was mainly, talking about guns and
So
stuff.
he basically did to take the piss.
What's that? No. But his reference to Pac-Man he said, well, if video games were actually going to influence people, then after generations of people playing Pac-Man, they'd be sitting around in a dark room with repetitive music, chomping on pills.
Wow.
It was the sedative.
Horses to follow. So I'm saying it's a pretty big deal. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, look, I thought the two mares went really well around people. Selfie feeling down the line, and Savaro just was in the wrong race.
Wasn't the race. Horses flying. Absolutely fine. Parading horses.
1,200 metres, Savaro. That's the key.
Yeah, well, maybe they've had a short stumps.
It was fit.
I don't want to comment about it
I'm
being
sure
in
it
the
was
wrong
fit.
race after I watched Cyclone the 3,000 metre race. He's a fucking best.
Okay.
Cock of the week, we got anything? No, look, and there's no cock of the week this week. I'm expecting emails next week. You've seen the big prize on offer.
20, what is it?
2,500.
2,500.
You can't get more than that.
No, you can't get any more than that.
And a pearl, we've got a pearl.
Slow time races. If you run second, if you sit second or third or fourth in a slow time race, that's not good for you. Like a winner, you can excuse because it's won the race. A horse that's sitting back in a slow time race, it may be slowly run, it may not be. Or sitting back in a slow time race has some excuse, but second, third or fourth in a slow time race, ick.
That's the Puntersshow this week. Hope you enjoyed it, and from the park, and don't forget to not forget, I suppose.
Don't forget the 2,500 for the best cow.
Yeah, and my stuff next Saturday for 3,300, outstanding value. And come out of the track and I'll be trying to win over $1 million next September. I'm all of a sudden got a bit of confidence back. This might be my year after 20 years.
Considering that this time last week you were out of the game and you weren't going to be able to make a comeback. Did you turn up to Canterbury with a big packet, Glenn? So to that person, when they come up to you and say, "Oh, what's the settling going to be like?" You say, "You wouldn't believe it. Can we turn that 5,200 you gave me? Let's round it up to 6."
All these stories said I turned. What did he say? I turned it with a fresh lot of 6,000.
Not only 6,000, but the most precisely ironed.
He was kind of pretty
packet.
close to right but the only thing he was wrong is I turned up with 600,000. That's a show. How was that?